Good evening. The Bering Sea king crab fishery gets underway in a few days, and with the Department of Fish and Game predicting a record harvest, interest is running at a fever pitch. In Dutch Harbor, fishermen are putting in long hours to gear up for the catch, expected to top 100 million pounds. Processors aren't talking price at this stage, but with the market reported strong, fishermen are looking for an opening quote of $4 a pound. While the commercial crabbers gear up, skiff fishermen are loading up on king crab for their dinner table. Subsistence catches are reported strong all along the Aleutians, a good sign of the strength of the stocks. Good luck and good fishing. Now back to more music.
I wonder if I got any crab today. I hope there's some crab in there. Boy, I'd like some nice fresh crab with Holland. Look at this pot. Would you look at that? I wonder what bent this pot up like that. What? Oh my God.
Well, girls, I think it's time for bed.
Okay. Good night, Mom. Oh, good night, Richard. Good night, Mom. Sweetie.
Will I get a kiss?
Good night. I love you.
Oh, my chair. Good looking at I love you. Go to bed. Go to bed.
Don't lick me. Goodbye.
Good night, girls.
Good night.
Please.
I'm Kennedy.
Want to watch the news, hon?
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Maybe we could hear what happened to the Padilla and poor Red.
Good evening. This is Gary Daly with the Late Night News. Our lead story tonight. Are we back on? Sorry for the technical difficulties. Again, our lead story. The tug Padilla overturned in the inner harbor today without explanation. We now go to the scene.
With Sean and Bowden, our harbor master, about the Padilla, the tug that was found overturned out in the bay. What do you know about this, Sean?
Well, I tell you, I really don't know exactly what happened, but as you can see, that we've been able to bring it up, and it looks as if maybe she might have struck an old World War II mine and floated to the surface. I don't know. It just seems really strange.
But she is going to be salvaged, folks. And was anyone hurt?
Well, no, not really. I think Leroy spent a couple days in the hospital, but he's going to be okay. He seems to be all right now.
Well, that must have been a set of events for Leroy. So, too bad to see that Red Nurka doesn't seem to have made it so lucky. Well, let's take a look over here, Sean.
Yeah, let's do that. I tell you, I don't quite understand what's going on here. This looks like some sort of clamp or some claws caught on here or something. It's very, very interesting. I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
A claw? A clamp? Just what do you mean?
Well, you know, I got some ideas myself, but the person that I think you really ought to talk to is staying up on top of Bunker Hill up here. And he's got some strange ideas, but I think he really might have something. I think that you really need to talk to him.
Well, thanks a lot, Sean, for your time and trouble, and I'll do that. I'll go up there to Bunker Hill, and I will talk to this scientist you call him. Thanks a lot now, Gary. I'm standing here on top of Bunker Hill, awaiting the doctor, and yes, I think I see someone now.
What are you doing here?
Well, Doctor, we came here to talk a little bit today about what's going on here in this town.
Is that a camera there?
Well, yes, it is.
Is that thing running?
Of course.
Oh, now I know. Yes, I know what you want. Yes, I have things to show you. Come on inside. Let's go.
Which way? Help me up, Doctor. Oh, my, it's a long way down. It's a long ways down. The harbor master thought you might be able to help me with some information on the marks on that skiff, Gina Maru. But first of all, what is your name and what are you doing living way up here?
Well, my name is Up. You hear that there? Yeah, she's getting closer. I'm just sure that I know that she's getting closer. Well, yeah. Anyway, my name is Dr. Joseph Campbell, and well, I'm living up here. I'm trying to escape this unspeakable force that has this town just in uprising, and it's really, well, is that camera anyway?
What unspeakable force?
Oh.
What noise? What is getting closer?
Well, I guess everyone's going to know soon enough. Yeah. So, well, I might as well tell you so that everyone can be prepared as best as possible. So, first of all, you see, I have devoted my life to studying ancient legends and mythologies and all of the different peoples around the world. And, well, I come to Dutch Harbor because nowhere else in the world can I already better study the legend of well, forget my talking. Watch these video clips that I have collected here.
Yeah, I heard about the giant crab. When I was a kid, I heard about around the Persian Gulf. Yeah, that's true.
I will translate for her.
J'espère, merci. C'est l'histoire quand j'ai retourné, quand j'étais enfant en Bretagne. Je parlais à ces pêcheurs qui me disaient que dans les temps anciens, il y avait ce crabe énorme, géant, terrible, qui venait de temps en temps. Et il s'attaquait à la population et il faisait énormément de sacrifices.
When Claire was a young girl, she used to go to the coast of Bretagne, and there an old fisherman told her of a giant crab who used to come and terrorize the population there.
Ouais. C'est un crabe énorme, géant. Personne n'avait vu une chose pareille. Et il s'attaquait aux bateaux. Les bateaux coulaient, les pêcheurs mouraient. Il venait même de temps en temps sur la plage, s'attaquer aux maisons et les entraîner dans la mer.
Incroyable! This giant crab would come and it would attack the fishermen. It killed them. It sank their boats. It would sometimes come onto the beach and grab the houses near the beach with its giant claw and pull them into the sea, killing people, killing the populace.
Et ce crabe, c'était vraiment la terreur de toute la côte de Bretagne. Et toutes les veuves de pêcheurs décédés priaient énormément pour que ce crabe ne revienne jamais. Jamais. Il reste dans la mer. Et depuis, il m'a expliqué que c'était terrible. Terrible.
In order to appease this giant crab, they began to have a crab festival that they hold once a year. The prayer for the fishermen today is that this giant crab will never return to Britannia.
昔800年ぐらい前の日本の話かな。おじいさんのおじいさんのそのまたおじいさんのずっと前のおじいさんから伝わってきた話なんだけども、昔々こんな大きな何十倍も大きなカニがタラバガニが出たんだって。
こんな大きなやつですか？
もうこんな大きなカニがね、海で船は引き込むわね、家は壊すわ、子供はさらって海に引き込んで、
子供まで？
子供を食べてしまうんだって。
本当に？
そういうカニがいたんだって昔。
And big and a king crab coming. Then boat and broken, the house broken, sometimes and the children and everything to take in the ocean. Then Japanese and people took and everything the monk and king crab and no more coming, everybody and the monk talk. Then and king crab and now no coming.
about this big king crab that come up out of the ocean. Maori legends in New Zealand tell you about them coming up from the deep during the monsoon times and taking out half the boats, half of the villages on the south side.
So you see, this legend persists. And you know why? Because the giant crab really exists. Modern science has it all wrong. When it comes to the biology of the crustaceans, well, where is that book now? Where is, here it is, here it is. You see, it's all in here. The crustaceans may actually belong to a social order similar to the Hymenoptera. But this theory remains highly speculative.
I don't understand.
Can't you see? Hymenoptera are the ants and the bees. They have a queen and thousands of little teeny workers. Crab and all crustaceans are just like that. They have one gigantic queen and lots and thousands of little tiny workers.
So all the crab we harvest are only workers?
Harvest? You call that a harvest? When this season starts, it's a regular crab holocaust down there. I mean, that queen is coming and she is ticked off. She's singing mad. I mean, she is going to avenge. And you know what else? All the static that we've been hearing that's coming in over the VHF and the airways, that's her. That's her. No, it's her. She has the ability to generate solar rays. Just like that, Steve.
So what you're saying is it was the queen crab that overturned the padilla and the Gina Maru?
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you know what else? This is only the start of it.
This is pretty incredible. I will have to leave this to our viewers and let them either accept or reject this theory.
Thank you, Chris, for those stories. Dr. Campbell certainly does have an incredible explanation of these incidents. We can only hope he is wrong. Here's a reminder to all fishermen. The Bering Sea's king crab fisheries opens tomorrow with that record harvest projection of 100 million pounds. Fish and Game reminds you that no baited pots should be in the water before noon. Good luck and good safe fishing. This is Channel 8 leaving the air for another broadcast day.
That's a bunch of BS. They're just trying to drive down the price of crab.
I wish you didn't have to go out, but I guess we need the money.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to bed and be all right together for quite a while.
Oh, come on,
Casey, hold something out my window. Big baby, you go back to sleep. Oh, here it again. Don't wake up, Dad. I'm not scared. You're just a baby. I'm scared too. Wake up! Wake up! It's nothing else.
Go back to bed. Go on. Go on. Go back to sleep.
But Mom, it won't stop.
You should just go back to bed right now to school that. Go on.
It won't stop.
Jason, I heard it that time. Would you go up and check it out? Listen, the baby heard it too. That's why he's crying. Go on.
Do we go in?
Oh, honey. Get away, Ramona. mother stuffer. Can't even believe it, folks. We're in the pony. Can you dig it? This is where it is. This is why we...
The Bering Sea king crab fishery is in full swing today. The Department of Fish and Game is reporting vessels averaging a respectable 10 to 20 crab per pot. And with a fleet of 240 vessels on the grounds, that's roughly 75,000 crab, or $1.8 million being pulled from the waters each day. Meanwhile, in Dutch Harbor, the destruction continues. Several vessels have been overturned, and a number of persons are reported missing. And that's the fishing news today. Good luck and good fishing, and keep your eyes open for that giant queen crab.
Oh, I remember long time ago, and I live in Vietnam, and my mom tell me about a big queen crab come over in town, and a big queen crab.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, this rope, and the ball, and the bread, and all over the place.
Are you for sure?
Yeah. So time to go home, David. So you be careful for the big China king crab.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I hope I don't see that crab my mom said. Oh no, it's true. There is a crab. No. Help! Help! Help!
Good evening. This is Channel 8 Evening News. Well, unless you've been living in a cave, you've not escaped noticing the destructive force that's been devastating our town. Already 8 persons are reported missing. The lady who never made it home last night after getting off work from Lynn's Oriental Restaurant. As of yet, our city officials have no explanation as to what's going on, but more and more people are beginning to believe the theory of the visiting scientist, Dr. Campbell, that a giant crab is the cause of all this bedlam. We now go to the Markinkle pot storage for our first report.
Good evening. We're here at Markinkle Pot Storage with the owner, Brother Arriaga, and obviously something has happened here during the night with the pots. What do you know about this, Betty?
Well, I really don't know anything about it. Yesterday I came out and the pots were fine, and something must have happened last night. But look at him. What I'm going to do, what I'm going to tell my fishermen, they don't have any more crab pots. They're all ruined, and the steel is good, but they don't can fish with them anymore. I don't know what happened overnight.
Well, what about your front-end loaders, Betty? What has happened to them?
Well, all those are ruined, too. 3 of them totally in the water and ruined. I got 1 left. We might can fix it up and haul some more pots, but I have nothing left. They're all gone. So I don't know what to do anymore. I mean, I could be ruined. I don't have a pot anymore to load.
And you don't have the answer to the question either. This unspeakable force has got to be stopped, or you'll be ruined.
I thank you for it. If it doesn't stop this unspeakable force, I will be ruined. I cannot do any more pot hauling, and I'm good in that.
Yes, so I've heard, Betty. You're the best in that. Now, have you gotten paid for the pots? That's the important thing.
No, I probably have to pay for them now.
We wouldn't want that. This is your roving Dutch Harbor reporter for Channel 8 News, Chris.
Our next story tonight concerns the static interference that has been plaguing our community. We now go to the Interior Telephone Company and communications expert.
Good evening. We're down here at the ITC office, and with me I have Duck. Good evening, Duck.
Good evening. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm doing just fine. So I hear we have some disturbance going on here. Do you happen to know what's causing it?
No, and it's really confusing. It's such a broad spectrum that it's covering, and even with our best receivers, we can't filter it out. I have no idea what's going on.
Is there something I heard around town about a volcano causing it?
Well, there's an iron ore mass that could be moving up towards the surface, causing magnetic disturbances that could cause such a phenomenon, but as of this date, we haven't seen any seismic activity to make this theory only.
Well, let me ask you this, Duck. What do you think about this crab hypothesis?
What? Giant crabs? You're gonna be telling me killer tomatoes are next, huh?
Well, you never know. We hear all sorts of things around this town.
I'll bet you a 6-pack of beer that the processors are behind this, trying to drive the crab prices down.
And you never know about that either. Well, thanks a lot, Duck, for your time. And now we'll go to Dan Rather, our other roving reporter across town.
Hey, Oscar, got a minute? Can I talk to you?
I'm in kind of a hurry. You want to ride with me? Come ahead.
Okay, yeah, that'd probably be good. I'll just ride along, okay?
Okay, yeah, come on. Let's go.
So, how's your radio been working lately?
A lot of static.
Huh. Oh, you mean like that stuff there?
Yeah, it's really acting up. Sometimes it's hard to even make out what people are saying.
Huh, I'll be darned.
I don't know. First it seemed like there's a lot of Russian gibberish, but I don't know. Lately it's just not much. I don't know. I can't make out exactly what it is.
So, I mean, does it seem like it's getting worse now, or is it about the same?
Hey, you can hardly understand anything here. Lately, it's almost like a blanket of, I don't know, some interfering in the atmosphere.
Well, I don't know, Oscar. I can't even understand what they're saying.
I don't know. I thought they were asking a call. It's Dutch Harbor Camp. Go ahead.
I just can't make them out. Are you going to be able to get any more fares then? I don't know. If you can't hear them, you're kind of...
I'm going to pick up these 8 guys at the elbow room here and take them out to the spit. Where you going? If you ain't going where I'm going, you're just going to have to ride along. Sorry.
Why don't you just drop me off at the community hall there?
Okay. No problem.
Okay, Oscar. Well, thanks a lot for dropping me off. Back to you, Gary.
Hey, where you going? This is a taxi. You owe me money. Come on. Let's go. Dr. Terror,
What
can
is
you
it?
hear me? We're having a meeting.
Yes, I can.
Can you make it out?
I can barely make you out. I'm on my way down the hill right now. I'm coming now. Just wait there as long as you can. I'll be right there. Oh my goodness, there are so many things they don't know about those critters. And she's singing mad. She's really going to get them. Oh, I hope I make it in time. The drones, I forgot to tell them about the drones. Oh my goodness.
I've just learned that a disaster planning team is meeting at this very minute. We transfer you now to the Department of Public Safety.
What are we going to do here, you know? What's your...
It's up to us, you know. It's out of our hands. We don't understand what's going on.
Okay. Singing mad.
Quiet. Let's get some order here and see what's happening. What kind of reports are you getting there, Mr. Harbor Master?
Well, so far, the boats that we know have been sunk are the Padilla, the Aleutian Trawler, the All-Alaskan, and the Tuna Maru. Now, besides those, there's at least a half a dozen boats that are overdue missing, and we're presuming the worst.
Any other reports besides that?
I'll tell you what's going on. This whole town is being destroyed. No one has the foggiest idea of what's going on. We got to do something.
Yeah, that's right.
Mr. Campbell, what's your idea on this cock and bull story about this?
Well, I'll tell you one thing right now, Chief. It's no story, I'm afraid. I'm afraid that it's a lot worse than we think. But my original idea, now that wasn't quite correct. What I was shooting for wasn't exactly what I was looking for. In other words, what I'm really trying to say is that it wasn't the queen crab, it's her drones that are causing all that noise and destruction here. And I'll tell you one other thing right now, is that you think that this is just here, it's just child's play. It's going to get 100 or maybe 1,000 times worse. Yeah.
Well, so what are we going to do?
Well...
Chief, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead.
The giant crab, it's been sighted down by the headquarters, or down by the church. It's huge.
You say it was down by the church?
That's around here, next to Nikki's house.
Okay. Chief, the headquarters?
Go ahead.
Would you go ahead and turn out the fire department? Call everyone out?
Roger.
Attention, Company 1, Company 2, report to your respective fire halls. We have a report of a sighting of the giant crab at Nikki's store. Do you copy? Do you copy?
Okay, I'm gonna try to get hold of Shimmy and ADAC. Call out the Air Force and the Navy. If they can intercept the Russians in our airspace, maybe they can at least help us with the crab, you know.
At least they could do, yeah.
I don't know of anything else to do.
Sounds like a job for Aleutian Explosives to me. I'll fix that thing.
Well, we got
Everyone get
a good start here, you know. I think what I want to do is call all the patrolmen out, the ones that are off duty, everybody with the biggest guns they've got, and get them headed out that way. I don't know any other thing.
Yeah, that sounds like probably the best thing that you can do with that one there.
Charlie, over the hill! Look out, Johnny, he's gonna grab you!
Headquarters, this is Shimmy Air Force. Come in. We're out of control, it's down. We're gonna crash, oh no! Headquarters, this is the fire department.
The water seems to be working. She's moving back into the ocean, and we're going to be returning to the fire hall.
Dad, I know what she's saying.
Hi, what are you doing here? What do you mean you know what she's saying?
I put the toaster and the magnet next to the TV. The television station's all screwed up. Hey, Rachel, do you want a Pop-Tart? Yeah. What's that noise?
Aren't you saying start counting the baby crab?
I'll go tell Dad. Sounded like talking. I'm sorry he was making Pop-Tarts in the living room.
Well, that's okay, son, but what do you mean it sounded like talking? Let's plug it in and see what she's saying.
Wow. What was that?
That's incredible. That really is a zinger that you got there. That is something else again.
What do you think, Ken? We haven't heard anything from Fish and Game.
A talking crab? What is this, a bad joke?
Well, that's what I'm wondering. You know, it still sounds too strange to me.
Well, who ever heard of a talking... What is this, some joke from the Russians? Have they hypnotized this whole neighborhood to make... I mean, what's Greenpeace out there? Are they behind all this? We can't stop killing crabs. This is ridiculous. There's no such thing as a giant crab.
Not according to the doc here.
Yeah, she's out there, and her drones are out there too, and they're really going to come, and this is not even the beginning of it.
And we can't ignore the fact that our boats are being sunk.
We have 100 million pounds of product out there, $4 million a day. You want me to do something about a giant crab? You tell the fleet there's a giant crab attacking Dutch Harbor? You've got to be kidding.
Think of what he's doing to the tax base. Hey.
Ken, what are we going to do? You heard that tape. 3 more people have disappeared.
Well, Tom, what are we going to do? There's nothing I don't have any justification. The processors are happy. The crabbing's going happy. It's you know, $1 million a day profit.
Ken, 3 more people have disappeared. The boats are sinking. It's obvious. We've got to close the season.
There's nothing I can do.
Can't help it, but hey, let's back to him. You gotta stop the season. Too much.
Don't smile. We need your help. What's the
meaning of this?
You gotta see it.
Is anything working? The radios, the fax machine, anything?
No, nothing. I'm sorry.
Well, I can't close it.
Well,
Okay, I guess we're gonna close it. You know, it's the only thing I can do. It's gonna mean my job, but we'll close it.
Attention all mariners, attention all mariners. This is the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. Do you copy? All mariners, this is the Alaska Department of Fish and Game. Do you copy? Effective immediately, effective immediately. All red king crab fishing in the Bering Sea will close. That is immediately, immediately. This is the Department of Fish and Game, WIM 76, Dutch Harbor, standing by.
Good evening, folks. I'm down here at Alyeska Seafoods tonight, and with me I have Frank Kelty. Frank, as you've heard, Fish and Game has just issued that emergency closing the king crab fishery, well under 100 million pound quota. What is your...
I can't believe it. This is the second time in the same year they've closed the crab season down well before we've got the quota and for no reason at all. I can't believe it. Rumors about a giant king crab? Look at these giant king crab boats. We got mud boats. We can bring that crab into town. I don't even believe he's out there, but if he is, we'll get him. We got 15 years. I got 15 years in the business. I've killed millions of crab. I'm not going to let one crab close down the season. The crab were in fine shape. There was no reason to close it. I've got the governor on the phone. I've got his fax machine. I've called ADF&G Kodiak, ADF&G Juneau, and they don't believe it either. It's the same thing again. This Dutch Harbor office is trying to control the whole fishery.
And thank you, Frank. Is there anything else you wish to say before we go off the air?
One more thing. We've got some of the finest fishermen in the state. And if there is a big giant crab, we'll get him, and we'll take care of him. And I'll put him in the box. I'll give you my guarantee on that.
And that's the final word on that from Alyeska Seafoods and Frank Kelty.
If that giant king crab ever comes back again, I'm going to get it because she took Jason.
That was perfect.
I don't want to do it again.
You don't have to do it again.
That's great. Hold him still for a minute. Let me get focused. Okay, go. Wait, slow down. Let me get really close now. Wait, he's going out of view.
Red light's on?
Yep. Okay. I can see your thumb that way.
Where? Oh. Can you see?
Now, will he hold on to it if,
It's like if you could move back and then...
Oops. If what? But I see your hand! Oh, just your chest now. I mean, it's
You gotta get it so it's just the crab.
I know it. But you can't because his claw is so big. What about if I go down a little bit? No, don't move in there. Get like a plasticine hitch. I see your arm. That's great! That's great. That's good. Wiggle Ken as much as you can. That's great. Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Get him in there and say go. Okay, hold him in there. That looks good. I think we'll have him fooled.
Special thanks to the skipper and crews of the Courageous, Omnisea, and Galaxy for their cooperation. Also, Frank Kelty and Alyeska Seafoods, Don Buckingham and the Community Chapel, and the Dean Day family for the use of their Ken doll. Claw materials and videotapes provided by the Alaska Commercial Company. If you have just made an illegal copy of this tape, please consider sending a donation to Channel 8 TV, Box 181, Unalaska, Alaska, 99685. Your donation to Channel 8 will help provide funding for future community video productions. Thank you.